Hey there, welcome to Product Marketing Genius. I'm your host, Nitin Kartik. As the best-selling author of Product Marketing Wisdom and one of the top 100 most influential product marketers who has been featured on BBC TV and in Times Square, I know that leaders are lifelong learners. And that is why on this show, we learn from some of the best minds out there. And today, my friends, our product marketing genius is Elliott Rayner, who is head of storytelling at OWOW. So Elliott, welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about your journey into product marketing.
Sure, thanks for having me. I'm Elliott Rayner from Newcastle, England. It's a place that's really obsessed with sports. And so I started my product journey in the sports industry, working for Adidas, creating products for the World Cup and the Olympics. Then my way over to tech, into the world of digital and innovation before becoming the CMO of OWOW. Really what I do now is I lead storytelling. So I help brands understand what is the story that they can tell better than anyone else in the market. And really, because what I found over my career is that people don't buy the best products, people buy the best stories.
I love that. People buy the best stories, not necessarily the best products. Beautiful answer. If we look at successful companies like Apple and all these famous brands, I think we can see examples of this. Thank you. I think that resonates with so many people out there. All right. So Elliott, now we're going to play Would You Rather.
Sure.
So I'm going to ask you 5 Would You Rather questions, and I'd like you to answer in 1 minute each. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
All right, here we go. So let me get the questions ready, and here we go. Okay. So first question, Elliott, would you rather lead with emotional storytelling or analytical proof points, and why?
So I think the science is really clear here that nothing captures attention like emotion. We're humans, we love emotion, and that's what's going to make us stand out. So the way I see it is that you should always lead with emotion and then back that up with the right proof points.
Beautiful. Lead with emotion and back it up with proof points. Excellent answer. Wonderful. Next question, Elliott. Would you rather differentiate on vision or differentiate on product capability, and why?
I think these days you have to differentiate more on vision. The reason being is that it's quite hard now to differentiate your product in a meaningful way that people can't catch up with in a single moment. Good example is you look at all of the big AI brands, whatever big feature one of them brings out, wait 3 months, the other one's got it. So I think actually they're a good example of that. You're seeing those 4 brands start to understand how do we differentiate on vision. The clear thing is you need to back it up. You can't just say what you are, you need to make people believe what you are. And that's where you should be putting most of your investment and your attention.
Excellent answer. Love it. Beautiful. Wonderful. Next question. Elliott, would you rather lead with the product or lead with the problem, and why?
I think it's always better to lead with the problem and the value that comes out of that problem. We like to see ourselves in the product. I think if you look at the most products in the world, most of them aren't that emotional. What's emotional is what value we get out of it. So how different is my life going to be once I use this product for a year? If you can look at your customers and get the ones that really love you, your power users, and get them to express how better their life is since using the product, I think it's much better to lead with that testimonials and case studies than it is with the product details. There's always time for product demos and details further along in the buyer's journey.
Beautiful. Excellent answer. Wonderful. Thank you. Next question. Elliott, would you rather change your messaging often or keep it consistent for years, and why?
Well, I would love to keep it consistent for years. That would be great, but I just don't think we have that luxury anymore. I think we are moving faster than ever before. We have 5 different generations all buying products at the same time, different cultures, different micro trends. And so I think now we need to approach messaging as an evolution. The trick here is, doesn't mean you should be changing who you are. So you need to have a red thread. So that's staying the same, but you should be looking to test and experiment with your messaging so that it's always at its best capabilities.
Beautiful. I love that. Don't change who you are, but make sure the changing evolves with the times. Excellent answer. Wonderful. All right. Last question. Elliott, would you rather position against the market leader or ignore them completely, and why?
I always prefer to ignore them completely. I think if they're the market leader, they're also going to have all of the benefits that a market leader has. Probably a bigger budget, probably a bigger team, probably we're in the market first. So you're probably not going to be able to outspend them. And this is why it's better to be a speedboat, a little bit different, and be the things that they're not. And so I think you start to see in industries The brands that try to copy, they might get a little bit of market share, but they're never going to be able to scale and beat because they're competing on the same terms. Where you can really do damage is where you go the places that the market leader can't be because they're so big. Easier said than done, but I think that's a better strategy for a scale up these days.
Excellent answer. Absolutely fabulous. I love it. So Elliott, thank you. Folks, there you have it. Please reach out to Elliott for more insights. And for even more insights, check out my book, Product Marketing Wisdom, at productmarketingwisdom.com. And see you next time on Product Marketing Genius.